Heidi Halfhill races the sprint freestyle swim for Drury University. Nearly every day she walks into the breach pool area knowing her toughest race is behind her. That race happened 2 years ago in June of 2009, and it wasn't in the water.
He found the size of an M&M on my neck, and he told me it was very rare for my age.
After an ultrasound and a biopsy, she opted for surgery on half of her thyroid for testing, and mostly just to be safe. The results of those tests were devastating.
I knew that it was not looking good, and so he called me a week later and was like, I have to go back in because you do have cancer.
One of the first people Heidi called with the news was her best friend and teammate, Kelsey Ward.
I said, I'm gonna book a flight.
And I was like, you don't have to come up. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. She's like, no, I have to be there.
It just was so unfathomable to me. It was almost just like myself being diagnosed with something like that.
Weeks later, Heidi received more bad news. The cancer was spreading to her lymph nodes, and a second surgery was needed.
I kept telling myself it had a high rate of survival, but it's scary to hear the word cancer when you're 20 years old.
Heidi's biggest advantage throughout her battle was optimism, something that she is also famous for with her teammates. Okay, Heidi.
She has that inner drive that not a lot of people have.
In a funny way, she was almost everyone else's rock.
But even her positive attitude couldn't overcome what happened next. And shortly after her second surgery, Heidi hit rock bottom.
I had to take a radiation pill for the treatment, and it destroyed me because I had to kill everything inside of me. And so I felt like it just tore all my muscles apart, and I really didn't think I was going to be able to swim that season.
3 months later, after 2 surgeries, Heidi returned to the pool, unsure if she could ever be the same swimmer again.
I mean, I remember very well the first day after she got in. She was in the locker room and she was just in tears because she was so upset after so many years of such hard training.
Just seeing her say, am I still going to be able to do this, was a little difficult.
Ready, go! One thing cancer never took from Heidi was her motivation. 2 years later, it's that same drive that has her swimming the fastest of her career. Because more than anything, she's a competitor. She already beat a disease that took over 1,600 lives last year, and wears a constant reminder to prove it.
You know, it's something to be proud of. It's something I accomplished, and it changed my life, so I shouldn't be ashamed of it, but I don't want people looking at me different.
In reality, though, Heidi Halfhill does want to be different. Not for her race against cancer, but for the ones in the water. And as her time at Drury winds down, in her 14th year of swimming, she still has one final mission left.
I know in the back of her mind she wants to help score points to win the national championship. If she could do that, it would just literally cap off the ultimate comeback for her.
Thank you, Mark.